What's up, guys? Welcome to the live stream of me and Boatwright for our little adventure that we went on together to the Frazetta Art Gallery Museum. And if you guys want an appointment to go see the art gallery, all that information is down below. Even Sarah's Instagram, everybody's information is down below. And if you want to take a really good look at videos, me and Jim's videos are up. And pretty much. And here's our special guest, one of our special guests, Jim Boatwright.
What's
But
up, guys?
you never know. And we might have another special guest, but I'm not telling you guys who it is. But you guys may be able to guess who it is. But we may not. But it don't matter. But we're gonna talk about our experience at the Frank Frazetta Art Gallery Museum. Only reason I'm doing that because if you put online art gallery museum or just a museum in general, it brings up the Philly one. It doesn't bring up the freaking Boca Grande one. You have to go Frank Frazetta Art. I'm like, or it does, but you have to say Boca Grande. You have to put Boca Grande at the end of it. If you don't put Boca Grande, it won't bring that one up. It brings Philly up. So it's like, yeah, you know.
It's a tongue twister, We keep
Yeah.
confusing Boca Grande with Boca Raton, and
Oh yeah, yeah. When we were driving there, you
you know,
remember? I go,
art
oh
art
yeah,
museum, art gallery.
yeah.
Yeah,
It
man.
was freaking hilarious. Just the drive there was freaking. Just hanging out with you driving there was, dude. We were both freaking excited. I think I was more excited than you were at the time. I'm like, woo,
Yeah.
jumping out of my
Two
skin
hour.
for it.
It was
Yeah,
a 2 hour drive for me and Jeff.
yeah. 2 hours. Well, you
Two
had to
hours
drive.
south.
Yeah, you had to drive from Lakeland, right? Lakeland to Tampa to meet me, and then to drive. So it
Yeah,
was.
from Brandon. Yep.
Yeah. So pretty much it was pretty much a, if you had traffic, it would have been an hour to get to me to Brandon, and then it would have been enough. So it would have been 3 hours just to get there.
Yeah, it was
Pretty.
about a half hour to
Yeah.
get to Brandon, then the 2 hour drive, so about 2.5 hours
Yeah, two and a half
uh,
hours. But it
from
was
my
it didn't.
house.
Yeah, but it didn't feel that bad though. Honestly, if I didn't have you, I would have went. Damn, I'm bored as shit. I would have been driving. I would have went. Damn, I'm bored.
Yeah, because there ain't nothing to look at until you get on the island. It
Yeah,
was
yeah. And
just,
one,
you can see in the video, it's just
yeah,
trees on both sides,
yeah,
except for the
trees on.
interstate. I-90
Yeah.
or I
I
75.
75. Yeah, it's just trees on both sides. But it was a better drive than going to MegaCon to I-4 to MegaCon. So I would rather drive that than go to
Oh,
MegaCon on I-4.
absolutely.
Dude,
And the ride back actually seemed faster, I guess, because we were on cloud
yeah,
nine. Had
yeah,
such a great
yeah,
day, great evening.
we didn't. You thought we were gonna just have maybe a part of the day there, and then we ended up spending almost a whole day there.
Robert G, what is up, sir?
Hey, Robert. Yeah, you thought we were gonna. You honestly thought we were only gonna be a part of it. I honestly thought the same thing, and
I
then we
definitely, yeah,
yeah.
definitely got more than what I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
Times
Like,
10.
yeah, honestly, like when we pretty much got there, they were still setting up at the time. Remember
Yeah.
when we got in, and we walked in and they were still setting up. They opened at 2, but they were still setting up. The
Yeah,
main reason,
we
yeah.
walked we
Well,
walked
I
in.
yeah. Well, let's tell them. I met you at like 11. We got there about around like one ish, and then trying to look for
Yeah.
parking almost took the whole time before they opened just to find parking.
Yeah, then we sat in the car because it was kind of hot out. We
Yeah.
sat in the car for about, what, 45 minutes or so,
Yeah, 45 minutes, and it wasn't that
at
long of a
least.
walk.
You know,
Surprisingly, it wasn't that long of a walk. Surprisingly, it was maybe not even 5 minutes, 5 minute walk.
yeah, and it
Yeah.
was it was actually strange because here it was. We started walking up from the car about
Oh no. Oh, we should
five
tell
or
them
ten minutes.
how many times we circled and we couldn't find it, and when it said the location was right in front of us. You
Uh,
remember we kept passing it, and it was right in front of us the whole damn time. It was like right.
didn't see it.
Didn't see
Didn't see
it.
it.
But
But yeah,
it's not their fault really. It's just right where the location is at. There's big trees, and then it's the little the little
yeah.
house is right in the middle.
There was a house in the middle of, like,
Trees everywhere.
all these businesses, like beach
Yeah,
businesses and stuff.
yeah.
But
We
yeah,
we
as soon as
passed
we
it
got
like at least 3 to 4 times.
Yeah.
And don't get me started, man, because it freaking was one way almost the whole time. So we would pass it, and then we would have to go back around 3 times, like, and then trying to find parking.
Yeah, we look like that one person that was
Yeah,
circling the Walmart parking lot waiting for that
yeah,
first spot to open up. That's kind of what we
yeah,
look like, but we couldn't find any spots.
yeah. We
We
couldn't
had to
find
park like about a block
post office.
away.
Yeah,
Just a
a
block
block or
away.
so from the from post office, from the post office to there, pretty much.
But yeah,
But like,
when we got there, we started walking up from the car about 5-10 minutes before 2 o'clock.
yeah, and then we ended up seeing Steve, the photographer Steve and his friend, the
Yeah.
one that writes for Shutter. We seen those two guys first, the first two guys that we seen. Yeah, so that was kind of cool, meeting them, meeting the two older guys, that came walking in, especially the like honestly, the thing that made our day was pretty much meeting everybody, man. Like people that actually knew Frank, like people that were actually at the Philly opening. You know what I mean? Like actual at the Philly opening.
Yeah, I kicked it off, kind of jumping ahead.
Yeah, yeah, a couple minutes,
But
not long.
what I was gonna say was, we walked up about 10 minutes before the doors opened for 2 o'clock,
Yeah,
and the gate opened up. Me and Jeff
yeah,
just kind of just walk real slow into. They got a courtyard there before you
yeah.
go into the actual
Courtyard, a little
the
bar
bar.
right there, a bar with a bunch of snacks and then drinks and stuff. That was cool. Yeah,
So we walk in. We followed the Steve guy, the photographer guy,
yeah.
and we followed him in. And like, as soon as we walk in, there was like a couple
Artwork.
people taking
Yeah,
photographs. They had tripods with cameras. They
yeah,
had the lighting, which you'll see in my video. You see some of the
yeah,
lighting and some of the other
yeah,
people. They were taking photographs, and I'm like, there was nobody else in there. And I told Jeff, I'm like, Jeff, are we supposed to like be here, or is it all right for us to walk in? And he's like, I don't know. So we
yeah,
just
yeah. Pretty
walked in.
much.
I followed him. I'm like, I don't know if we're supposed to just walk in, but we just walked in, and I
Like,
don't know if we
like
had to wait outside.
maybe like 10, 15 minutes later, Holly ends up walking. You remember Holly ends up
Yeah,
walking in like 10, 15 minutes later. Hi, I'm Holly. Shaking people's hand, like shaking Steve and the other guy's hand, and saying, "Hey, I'm Holly." Then you remember I just walk up like out of nowhere. Dude, if I was 17-year-old me, I wouldn't have ended up walk. I go, hey, Bo, you go walking up. If it was seven, dude, but me not caring, I'm like, dude, I'm Sarah's friend. Let's go. Because I knew who Holly was. I knew it was Sarah's mom. So I walked up.
yeah.
I go, hi, Holly. I'm Jeff. I'm Sarah's friend. Here's Jim. Here's da 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 da. And yep, that's how we got introduced to pretty much
Holly.
Sarah's mom.
Yep. What a nice lady too, man. She was
dude,
awesome.
they all three of them were really nice, man. Like all three of them were really nice. Like, dude, the artwork was freaking amazing,
I had
dude.
a good conversation with Holly about the pinball machines. We talked
Oh,
for
oh yeah,
we
yeah, yeah,
talked for
yeah,
a
yeah.
minute or two on the pinball machines they had there. They had the
Yep.
66 Batman.
Her
So
favorite one.
so
Her
we were
favorite one
talking
was
about
down.
Batman and talking about Batman and Robin,
Yeah.
Burt Ward and Adam West, and
Yeah, I remember. I overheard the story. Like, she could be playing outside, and then Auntie would say, "Hey, Batman
Batman's on.
66 is on. Batman's on." And she would drop whatever she's doing and go straight to the
Yep.
TV. Yeah, that dude. Like hearing the thing that topped it off was hearing stories about Frank. Hearing all everything about Frank. How some of these guys met Frank. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it was very cool, and like Jeff said, there was an old man, two older guys there.
Mm-hmm.
We got to talking with the two guys.
Both. Yeah.
Both of them were artists, and so I got to talking with the older guy. Turns out he was a sculptor. He sculpted with he worked with bronze, copper, brass.
Pretty much the way he was explaining, he worked with pretty much everything. Like
Everything.
even clay too. I remember him saying something about
Well, you got to
clay
make
and
your molds and stuff for
yeah,
that.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah. But
yeah.
the other gentleman was a painter.
Mm.
So, and they had known Frank. They were friends with Frank, And but I
They
got
the big thing was the older gentleman actually met Frank through Holly's boyfriend. You remember he
yep,
told
her
us
first
that's what
boyfriend.
her first boyfriend, and they've been friends with Frank ever since that.
Yep. And that was by accident because this
Yeah.
gentleman traveled around in a RV, doing his art, and they were in the same town. I guess he was up in Pennsylvania,
Uh-huh.
and he ended up bumping into Holly's boyfriend. They got to talking. And he's like, well, "Where are you going to stay at?" "Oh, I'm just going to stay here in my RV." "Oh, well,
Oh
come
yeah.
here. You can come with us." So he invites him to the Frazetta property to park his RV and sleep, and
Yeah.
that's how he met Frank. And then they had close relationship since then.
Yeah.
Until I
Well,
guess
no,
until this
I
point.
think I remember him saying like Frank goes no because Frank had asked him where he was gonna stay. I think the
Uh,
boyfriend had told asked him too, but I think the friend yeah
hey
the
JB.
yeah friend yeah hey Discovery, but the friend was asking where yeah I think the boyfriend asked. And then I think Frank was asking him after like they hung out for a little bit. Frank goes, "Where are you staying right now?" Da 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 da. And he goes, "Oh yeah, in this RV, dude. I got this huge property, man. Just
Park it.
find us." You remember he said, "Find a spot." I remember him saying, "Find a
Yep.
spot somewhere and just park it."
But
Dude,
yeah, this dude was so
dude,
cool,
just
man.
imagine we were that guy back then. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Frank
no
going,
doubt.
"Oh yeah, just find a spot anywhere on the proper on the Philly property." I'm like, "Holy shit, man!"
Yeah,
Like,
this guy, that old fellow he was one of my highlights of the evening, man. He was just
mhm.
I sat down, I crouched down and I sat and talked with him for how long, Jeff? Half hour, 45 minutes or so?
Let's just say Sarah was shooting live stream at the same time you were still talking
Yep.
to him. You remember she was
Yep.
shooting the
Walked
TikTok
over
video.
me.
Yeah, you see the TikTok video she was shooting. Yeah, it's pretty much like walk right by Jim and me sitting there talking to him. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Awesome, man. It was just
Yeah,
so great. And plus the other two guys, Steve
yes,
and
yeah.
photographer
Steven,
friend, they were
dude, they used to write for what was it? They used to write for one of them used to write for Marvel, one of them used to write for DC. You remember they told us they written for DC for a little bit, written
yeah.
for Marvel for a little bit, and then he became a photographer, and then a couple other things, and but it was really cool, man. Just hearing the stories from them, like hearing about the Kelly. You remember I asked him about the Kelly story, and
Yep.
you remember Steve? I think Steve or the friend told us about the Kelly story because they knew Frank too. And then I think Steve had interviewed Frank
Yeah.
at the Philly Museum. You remember he told us a story where he interviewed him at the Frazetta Museum, the original Philly one opened.
Yep.
And you remember telling Sarah's grandma was cheap on paying for the heat, so it didn't turn the heat on, and they said their teeth were chattering at the same time.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. So
Frank goes, "Oh yeah, you might as well just go back to the studio and do this interview because Ellie's not gonna turn the heat on."
yeah, too cold. Yeah, it was. Yeah, we were blessed enough to sit
Mhm.
and listen to those stories
Yeah.
from people who knew Frank and
Mhm.
people who know
Mhm.
people and
Yeah,
important
yeah,
people and stuff
yeah.
like that. And we're sitting out back,
Hmm.
and Steve was talking to what's the other sister's name?
Brittany was talking to Brittany, and
No,
then
not Brittany. I'm talking
oh,
about
you mean a Barbie? You mean the other the
the
singer?
blonde.
Yeah, the blonde Barbie.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
other sister.
No. Other sister is Brit. Sarah only has one sister. It's
No,
Brittany. It's
not
the one.
Sarah's. It'd be Sarah's aunt. It'd be
Oh,
Holly's
oh,
sister.
yeah. Holly.
Steve
Yeah,
was
yeah.
Steve was talking to her at the bar outside,
Oh,
and he
yeah.
asked, "Well, what paintings do you have in your collection? What paintings did you acquire?"
Oh,
And
yeah. I forgot
and when
about that.
she said, I have Death Dealer 1. I'm like,
Oh, you.
oh god,
Oh, yeah.
the owner of
Oh,
Death Dealer sitting right over there.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot. She did tell
Yeah.
them that. I
And she's like,
forgot
I
about
got
that.
this and that, and she's like, yeah, we keep them vaulted. They keep all their art vaulted and safe.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much I think it's every February to March since mom comes down since March since mom comes yeah. What's up, Steve? Since mom and them come down, I guess the art comes out of the vault and it's put up at the Frazetta Art Museum. Guys, I know that the damn name's long, but I'm gonna have to say it. Frazetta Art Gallery Museum. And if you guys want to get an appointment, it's down in the description. Anybody watching on the rewind, it's down in the description. But pretty much appointments only too, and then the spots are filling up fast. So,
but, and since you
yeah,
you fellas that are out of state, good news, because Sarah has talked about or hinted the fact that
going out of state
in the future, doing tours.
Yeah. So keep an eye out, guys. So keep an eye out on Sarah's page and Frazetta Girls page.
But
keep an eye out on
that might be a year or two, couple years, whenever, you know. But
yeah, a couple of years down the line, but still,
eventually they might be coming to a town near you.
Pretty much. But like I said, just getting up close, dude. How close could we get to those things? We could actually breathe on those. That's how close we could get. Like we could actually stick our hands out and actually touch the damn thing.
Dude, when I was looking at the deaf dealer photo, the painting, like right there, you can see
the line
brush hairs, the hairs from that came off the brush and his paint is still stuck to the. I'm like, damn, there's a brush hair right there.
Yeah,
and there's one right there.
And you're the only one that could tell him, man. Because if a normie goes up to that painting, nobody's gonna notice that. Everybody's just gonna notice the strokes on it. Nobody's gonna notice the hairs. And I mean, if you really look, yeah, you might. But if a normie, like I said, if a normie looks at it, they're just gonna see a, beautiful painting in front of them. Not like, oh yeah, there's.
Just like the old Neanderthal.
Oh yeah. Right? If you didn't point it out, I wouldn't have noticed it. And then Sarah, then you remember what Sarah told. Oh, you remember we asked Holly first about it. You remember I asked Holly about it first. Holly goes, I'm not really. I mean, I remember him tearing the floor up, but I think Sarah knows more details about it. And then we asked Sarah, and Sarah told us the whole story. You remember? Sarah goes, yeah, he ran out of go, and because you had asked him what he painted on, because you noticed all the other painting over there that was on what was it, canvas board? Yeah, and then you had asked Holly, goes, what's dad you normally, what's your dad normally use? He goes, she goes, I'm not really sure, but I think Sarah knows more than I do. So you remember, and then we went to ask Sarah. Oh yeah, oh no, she screamed across the room. You remember? She screamed, hey, hi,
Sarah.
Hey Sarah, what the grandpa used to, or what the what the grandpa used to use to paint? Oh, canvas board.
If you see the photo, which like I said, I showed Jeff, and Jeff kind of passed by Jeff, but it looks like it goes with the painting so well, because even the subjects in the painting, you can see the masonite come through the figures, and with the background is unpainted, it looks like the background is supposed to be like he painted it that color.
Yeah. It looked like
just raw masonite. You can even see right where the frame is. You can see where it was like broken, like where he had maybe he broke it.
Yeah.
So you can see like a little gap along the frame.
Yeah.
And it was jagged.
Can you believe he did that in 6 hours though?
And I'll pull up the picture so you guys can see which one we're talking about.
What? Well, hold on. I may have it here. So let me see if I can find it on mine, and then I'll share the screen. I think I have one too. So let me see if it's on here.
I got it.
You got it. Okay, I'll make it big. Give me a second. I'll make it big. Make it big. Yeah. Well, sorry about the glare, guys, but you can see it's masonite. It's not. You know what I mean? It's not. If Jim didn't point it out, I wouldn't have noticed the mason. I thought it was like some type of painted style he did on the board.
Yeah, and the bodies here, the masonite's kind of showing through, so it kind of like.
Yeah, you could actually see through the bodies. You could actually see the masonite straight through. And then you remember Steve pointed out the thing on it. You remember Steve saw a face like a whitey chain. He saw a face. Yeah. So right behind that other Neanderthal, there's supposed to be another Neanderthal or something there. Yeah. There's supposed to be a face there. And then Steve had asked Sarah, why do you paint over it? And Sarah goes, maybe because he wasn't a lady. You remember, he didn't care.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, if he would have painted it and left it in there, it wouldn't have been as
Yeah,
symmetrical, you know.
yeah. That's what. See, an artist one. You know what I mean? An artist would have noticed that. Not not like I said, not normies that look at his paintings.
Yeah, man,
It was amazing,
it
man.
was a
Honestly,
li- it was a life changer for me. It
yeah,
inspired me.
yeah.
Because my dad, my father, he paints.
Yeah. Did you
He
send him
oils.
some of the photos and stuff like that and
No,
pictures?
I posted the video. I'm sure he's seen the video. He called me the other day,
Yeah.
but I was busy. I couldn't talk to him.
Oh,
But
okay.
I'm going to talk with him because he's been after me. You know, he taught me how to do some paintings way back when I was like in high school. Did my
Right,
first
right,
painting with him,
right,
and at the time, you know, it was like, man,
right.
this is too hard. I can't handle this, man. This is
Right.
just too much.
Dude, but look at
But
what
now,
yeah. Look at that stuff, man. Dude, he was a snowman he did at 15. You know what I mean? He was working on that at 15. Well, there's two different stories. There's what Sarah knows, and then there's
well, he
what
inked it, right?
yeah, he inked it at like
16, 15,
16.
16.
Yeah, but he got published at 16 too. So he started working on it at 15. I remember Sarah telling us that for sure. So yeah, so he started, yeah, and then mom inherited one page. You remember Sarah told us mom inherited one page, and she saw it on Heritage. Saw some of those things. Sarah saw them on Heritage first.
She inherited the first page, the
She and Fair the very middle the guy
black page or
yeah
whatever.
oh yeah, well the middle page that you guys can see in our videos, the middle one is the page that she inherited, and then everything else around it is the from auctions and stuff like that.
See if I can find it. Sorry.
No, you're good. It's just, dude, it was just like I said, it's just life changing experience, man. Like you said, hold on, I'll bring you up. This page here in
You
the
gotta
black
get
and
oh I get
the
clear.
yeah, and the big in this frame here is actually the page
Come
that yeah,
on.
there we go. Back up a little, yeah, right there. It's clear now. So this page, Holly actually got inherited, and then everything else around it is pretty much from the auction.
It was the first 10 pages of
Yeah,
or it was the complete 10 pages he did for
yeah.
the run.
For this is Snowman, December 1944. That's the first published works of Frank Frazetta. Is Tally Ho 1944. Yeah. So they need a graded Tally Ho right next to it. Honestly, that's the yeah. Yep. That's what they really need. They need a so because right next to it, and then they can and then they can build around it. You know what I mean? That'd be kind of neat.
Absolutely.
Them to have the actual thing they're talking about, like how we can bring up how Sarah was talking about the last the National Lampoon cover that he turned it in, but towards the end, towards Frank's ending, he started messing with it. He started trying to create the female into Ellie, his wife. You remember
That was
him?
the third time it was changed.
Oh yeah,
He was changing it on the third time.
yeah.
That was the third time he was changing the girl.
That was like because he's changed it a second time to I think what did she I forget, but that was the third time when you see the picture of it, when you guys see that picture of it, it's
yeah, it was kind of like that famous picture of Conan where he's like on the mound of bodies welling back with the axe.
Yeah.
He changed that picture like multiple times too.
Yeah. But like a lot of like how Sarah was explaining, like a lot of them he changed a lot, and like you remember that the stories about the self portraits, and then the Jesus piece. You remember because his wife Ellie would always tell him, "Hey, since you be doing these sexy ladies, I want
make me a religious picture."
yeah. And then what was it? And it was always because Frank would always give her gifts, and it would be him painting, either water painting something or either painting something for her. So it was kind of neat.
Yeah.
Oh, and then that other self portrait is Ellie, is his wife. You know that, right? Yeah. Okay.
with that National Lampoon cover that he was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
When Frank was working on it, that which I didn't know, that is when he had already had a stroke, and
Yeah.
so he had taught himself how to paint with his left hand,
Yeah. 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 Left
which
hand.
I think is like
Yeah.
wow, you know.
Yeah.
So
Dude, he
to
lost
hear that
function in the
story,
right. Yeah, he lost function in his right, and he taught himself what to dude. That's a freaking pretty much master of art, man, in general.
yeah,
Because if you could teach yourself how to do it with your other hand, you already do it with this hand. You taught yourself to do it with the other hand. Yeah, man,
and
that's freaking amazing. You know
plus
what I
I don't
mean?
know if if she said it in the I can't remember if she said it in the video or if Jeff mentioned it, but
Yeah.
that was the last thing that he was working on when he passed away.
Yeah, yeah. That was the last thing on his diesel. That was Sarah. That's what Sarah mentioned in the video. I think I had turned it off right before she said it, or I think I have it there where she said it, where she goes, the last thing on his diesel was this, and I took a picture of it. That's the main reason I really want that, want it anyways, just in general, because to
Yeah.
know that was the last thing he was working on when he passed, you know. But that was cool, man. I mean, honestly, that was cool. No, the funniest one was when me, you, Steve, and the other guy were sitting out back, just bullcrap and talking to each other, and then Brittany comes walking down. Brittany goes, "I don't know." You remember? She goes, "I don't know nobody here." And then
Yeah.
you remember? I go, "You remember what I did?" I go, "Since you said you don't know anybody here, my name's Jeff, and here's Jeff." So now you at least know two people. That good.
So,
That was fun. That was freaking hilarious because she walks down and goes, "I don't know anybody here." I'm like,
yeah. How are you a Frazetta and not know nobody here?
yeah. But
Yeah,
you could tell.
we had great conversation with her,
Yeah,
and like when it was like dinner time, like
yeah,
so we were out back. They have like
yeah,
a courtyard out back.
yeah,
Beautiful ground. The ground was like
yeah.
singly placed seashells in the
Hmm.
concrete. So the whole concrete was like seashell, perfectly placed in order and stuff like that. But they had a little courtyard. They had a little like tiki bar looking thing to the side, and then they had like a big patio set with a cover, and that's where me and Jeff were hanging out, and then
Yeah,
Steve and his buddy, and then
yeah,
Brittany ended up sitting down, and then another lady, was
yeah.
that Barbie. You talking about Barbie?
But yeah, Barbie. Yeah, Barbie's the singer that sat down and started talking with. Well, they were talking to. She was talking to Steve for a while.
Yeah.
Like Brittany used to. Brittany. It was her and Brittany were roommates. That's what it was. Her
Uh,
and Brittany were roommates, and Brittany didn't tell her who her grandfather. You remember we heard the story from Barbie. Well, you were filming at the time, but remember when I was sitting there with the old guys and her
yeah.
at the time? Yeah. So she had brought it up where she, where the Brittany moved into the loft or whatever she owned, and Brittany goes, "Oh yeah, who da 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 da, who's your family?" Like, oh, some famous artist, but didn't tell her who her famous artist grandfather was. And she comes, you remember, like, well, Barbie goes, "Oh yeah," and I found out like a couple of years after that it was Frank Frazetta. And she goes, I think she says she smacks Brittany and goes, "Why didn't you tell me?" Or something like that. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
dude, it was hilarious just hearing stories of them, how they met each other, or how everybody's met each other, and how they met Frank and stuff like that. It was
Or
cool,
even
man.
just personal stories of Frank
Yeah,
that normally you wouldn't hear or have heard, and it's just
yeah, or not
it
able
was,
to hear.
it was
Yeah,
so special because when I could say we felt like king, I felt like a king that day,
yeah,
I felt like a
yeah,
king. Like it's like that feeling when you have a backstage pass to your favorite band
yeah,
and you're getting to hang out with the band and everybody else. You get to hear all the conversation and everything like that. That's exactly how I felt that day. It's like, this event was for basically family and friends.
yeah. Close family and friends, pretty much. Close family and
And,
friends.
here's me and Jeff in the middle of it all.
Yeah,
We got to see certain things that hasn't been
yeah.
released to the public yet.
Yeah,
And
and
it's
we
gonna
know
be
certain things that we can't announce yet, but be on the lookout, guys, because you never know. So be on the lookout for some cool stuff coming. That's all we got to say.
Very cool stuff.
Yeah.
And to be involved and included in that,
Yeah.
I still, it's like it's
My
it's a day that I will
we
never
would never
forget.
forget. We would never. Both of us would never forget, man. And then who? How can who can say that I'm actually close? I still can't believe I'm close friends with them. You know what I mean? It's like but you remember you kept going, dude. We feel I'm out of place here, man. Da, da, da. I go, man, relax. We're not out of place. We're serious friends. Relax.
I told Jeff, because there was some few times there it's like everybody was, oh hey so and so, hey, everybody knew everybody, and here's
Yeah,
me,
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah. Me and Jim
I'm
are
like,
looking at
man,
each other.
I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, I feel out of place, man. You think we should go? I mean, I think we might. I don't want to wear out our welcome, And no, man, no, it's all right, it's all right.
I'm glad I've convinced you to stay a couple of times, because if we
I am
left,
too.
yeah, because
Because
we wouldn't have got to see some of that special little thing that the guy ended up showing us, and we wouldn't have learned about a lot of special stuff that So
yeah,
I'm glad. Yeah,
yeah, it was.
dude, it was interesting and it was fun because
And
because
I'm glad I stayed. I'm glad Jeff talked
yeah,
me into like,
yeah.
oh man, it's all right, it's all right. I said, all
Yeah,
right.
just relax, man. We'll be okay, dude. We wouldn't have been like having joking around with Brittany, man. Yeah. Oh, or I wouldn't have ended up showing Brittany Sarah's art, and then you remember Sarah, you saw it. Sarah gave me a funny look when when I told her. I go, oh yeah, I saw your sister, your comic book art.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
what a
and then
hell of a day, man.
come to find out, Sarah's sister Brittany's actually a sculptor too. You remember she
Yeah,
told us
yeah,
she sculpted little monsters and stuff.
which is awesome because I had the conversation with the old gentleman earlier in
Yeah,
the day that my 6-year-old says that he wants to be a sculptor,
yeah,
and all he wants for his birthday is clay and wire.
yeah. And I wouldn't mind actually. Whenever I get
So
Sarah back, whenever I get to, like I said, guys, you don't know if you never know. Sarah may actually show up, and you never know. We're gonna go for a little bit, but you never know. She may show up, and just pop in and say hi. But honestly, I wouldn't mind asking. I wouldn't mind asking Brittany for like a for yeah why can't I think of the thing? Sculpture, you know what I mean? I wouldn't mind, asking her to make me
commission.
something. Yeah, commission to me something. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, man.
yeah, that'd be kind of cool to have a piece, have a piece from her and Brittany. Yeah, it'd be kind of neat, and I can
That's a
display them
great
right next
idea.
to each other. Yeah,
That's a great idea.
yeah, and then pretty much, I mean, honestly, dude, I'm glad we stayed as long as we did, because you wanted to be out by at least like like when everybody started showing up, like at 5 o'clock. I go, dude, this is when the good stuff starts happening, when all the good all the people start showing up. Dude, it was freaking
But that's when all the important people started showing up, and it's like, dude, we're just a couple scrubs, man. We are out of place, man.
no, but yeah, but we were important. But the main reason I wanted to go early, you remember why I told you we wanted to go early? I'm glad we did, because we got footage with less people there. You saw
Yeah.
some other people, some of the other guys were shooting, and they had people in their way. And I'm glad we went early at 2, shot a bunch of stuff, and then just hung out the whole damn time after that and talked. Dude, we wouldn't have been able to talk to Steve or any of those guys if we were shooting the whole time.
Yeah, absolutely.
If we left and went at 5, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
Can't you, we
There's
got to break bread with the Frazettas, man. I mean,
yeah, pretty much.
we got to
Yeah.
break bread,
Yeah.
spend the day, spend the evening.
Oh, you remember I kept egging you
And I
on
kept
about
telling Jeff, I'm like, dude, what would Varangian think about this right now?
yeah. I go,
What would Varangian think about this?
yeah. We both were thinking that. I go, dude, dude, all it's missing. Dude, imagine if it was us 3 together. You know how freaking amazing that would have been. Just seeing a Varangian's face, just seeing a Conan, that Conan piece that we saw of the Holly's favorite Conan piece. You remember that's Holly's favorite.
The red ape, or the ape in red.
Yeah, the ape in red. Yeah, the ape in red. I think that's what it's called. Dude, that thing was freaking gorgeous. Yeah, dude, that thing was beautiful, man. It was like
What
Varangian.
wasn't gorgeous though?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Conan the Man, Conan Man-Ape.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. But it was, dude, all of it was beautiful, and oh, hold on, all of it was great, man. Like everything was great. Like even the freaking the black and white drawing of Vaporella, the
Yep.
freaking sketch. That's the main dude. That one was I. Don't get me wrong, I like his cover, but I like his black and white stuff a lot more now. I think it's because I'm getting
Absolutely,
old.
man.
I'm getting older, and I like his. I like the line because I'm older. I can see the line work now.
There was a piece there I'd like to talk about that
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really get a good look at it. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
filmed it and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get a really, really good look at it until
Which
afterwards. And I went back and I looked at the
which one's
replay
that?
basically,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the Beauty and the Beast picture.
Oh yeah.
It was
That lot. Yeah, you
it was
remember
right it
Steve
was
or one
right
of them
underneath right
right
underneath
underneath
the
the
Vampirilla.
Vampy. But I remember Steve had asked her. You remember? You heard her ask. Heard Steve ask. Steve goes, "Is that the original, or is that a reprint, or is that a picture of it?" Then first thing Sarah said, "That's the original." You remember?
Yeah, she said it was the original, and that's like one of the few things that they have that
Hmm.
they still don't have prints of yet.
Yeah.
So if they ever make a print, I'm probably gonna buy that one because
Yeah. That Vampy one's already a print, and I still haven't picked it up. I still don't got a. I got a piece by you. I got a piece by her, and I still haven't got a. It needs to be a piece by him too, uh, but at least I can get a a print. At least
yeah,
a nice print.
trying to talk my
So
wife into maybe getting a nice big print or something to hang up in the house for Zeta
yeah,
print.
yeah.
My wife has a favorite one that she keeps talking about. She's that's my favorite. That's my
Which
favorite.
one? Which one's that?
It's the dancer of Atlantis or from Atlantis.
Then that with the
Uh,
cow and the girl with her butt. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I remember.
that's
Yeah.
my
Oh, there's yeah.
my wife says that's her favorite Frazetta piece right there.
Oh boy. If Sarah watches it on a rewind, I have a funny feeling.
And so
Yeah.
that was one of the things, if Sarah pops on tonight or if not,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's something I just want to talk to her about. Because my wife's like, hey, ask her about that painting, ask her about blah blah blah.
Yeah. Sure. Trust me. If you don't, I will. You know what I mean?
My wife is still talking about that one, and
Hmm.
she's talking about the one that was behind the when she was showing the
Hmm.
painting of the National Lampoons
Uh
when we
huh.
first got there. The husband and wife from LA came and they
Yeah.
brought the
Yeah.
well, it's those space pictures that has like the space scene.
Yeah.
Remember behind the
Oh.
counter?
Oh yeah. But
Well,
those aren't the actual one. Those aren't
right.
the
Those are
actual pieces.
reprints. Those are
Yeah.
reprints. But my wife is like, I absolutely love those because like the one, especially the one with the astronaut, and that has like the fairy.
Yeah.
And she's
But
like, who would have?
you remember you heard the story behind it, right? Steve or one of them told me, or I don't remember if you were around.
No, I
But
didn't.
yeah. But because Frank didn't know the zip code to the house. Do you remember?
Oh, he used his zip code. Yeah, he wrote his.
On the plane's wing. So
Yeah,
if you guys actually look, it's actually the Philadelphia zip code to the freaking house, the original one. But I don't
yeah.
know if Frank ended up changing it after that. But that original one,
But my wife absolutely loves that one too, just for the fact that there's an astronaut on
hmm
like a planet or whatever, and then
yeah,
there's like a fairy, a beautiful like fairy looking girl,
yeah. And you
in the
remember
space. And so like,
there's
she's like, who would have
one
thought?
there's one picture that used to freak Sarah out. You remember that one I told you about? Well, it was
Yeah,
the one.
I might have a picture of it to show the
Yeah,
crowd.
yeah. I may have one too. I think I have it right here.
Actually, I
Oh,
don't. I have it on video. I just don't have a
oh, I
picture of
have
it.
it. I got it. I'll share the screen right now. I have it. No, I just pulled it up, so I have it. I know I did. Whoops, that's the wrong thing.
Oh no, you're celebrating.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah. No, yeah, I hit the wrong button. Share screen. All right. All right. You guys see that? See this? This is it right here. Yeah. So if you can see the creature
Oh, I
right
love
here,
that picture.
yeah, you can see me in the frame too. But yeah, this is the one that Sarah was said it would freak her out all the time because of the character right here. Because it would, I think it's she said it hung in the hallway of the house. So this thing would freak her out the when she was younger.
Yeah, I thought it was the other one, the one that was next to the bear.
Oh
Or,
yeah,
or the
I think it was a
Conan,
yeah, I think it was
next
a
to the Conan man ate, because you
yeah.
couldn't see their faces.
Oh yeah, no, she did say it was a couple of them. She did say it was a couple of them that freaked her out though. She did say it was a couple of them that freaked her out. You remember? She said it was a couple. Yeah, but honestly, yeah, dude, we could get up really close, dude. Like almost freaking, like you said, you
You
could
could
see
breathe on them,
you can breathe on them, man. That's how close we got. Like, dude,
which
nobody else.
I was not expecting that. I was expecting they'd have like
Yeah, ropes.
the rope kind of block,
Yeah.
you can't, but it was like literally you can walk up right to it and look at
You
it.
remember? You
And the
remember?
one
I
dude-
walked right up to one. I walked right up to one. You remember? I walked up. I think to Death Dealer. I walked right up to like the frame of the Death Dealer. I go, Bo, look how close I can get.
A funny story too. You can get so close to it. The gentleman Steve, we were all sitting around the couch. Have
Oh,
you seen
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
video? If you watch my video, you see us sitting around the couch. Well, I'm sitting there on the couch just next to me, and he's over there talking, flipping through, because they had stacks of original art, like watercolors and drawings and stuff, leaned up against the wall in the famous Frazetta fashion.
Mhm.
So he was just sitting on the couch, flipping through them, and next thing you know, you hear a crash. All these framed pictures just went boosh right on the ground.
But all these people, dude, you remember there was a bunch of people, and all you heard was the room go.
You could have heard a flea go, holy shit.
Yeah.
And it was like pins were dropping, and it was like hurting my ears, and it was like he was like, Sarah, Holly, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I gotta go sell a kidney.
Yeah.
Luckily, nothing was damaged, but
yeah,
it definitely scared.
And then
Sarah more than it scared us, and it scared me. Like, oh my god!
No, man, I almost shit a brick too.
I almost dropped a lot of money on the floor.
Yeah, me and you were a little freaked, but I was so freaked out I almost shit a brick. I go, yeah, but you remember Sarah yelled something before that too. Before he goes, I'm gonna sell a kidney. Oh yeah, Steve, you owe us this much. Dude, like we were saying, dude, it was a treat. It was a treat, man. It was like we were part of the family pretty much. It was like we were part of the Frazettas pretty much. It was
for one day I was important, everybody. I was important for one day.
Dude, and then
thanks to my buddy Jeff here. Thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome, man.
I felt like
anytime,
a good fella, man. I felt like the damn mafia good fella, man.
No, but the freaking most funniest thing is, you remember, like, I think it was Saturday when you had put the video up, and then I told you Sarah had saw it and made her tear up, and you go, how'd Sarah see it? I go, how else would you think she saw it? Because dude, you know how many times I watched that video? At least some of it, at least 10. So you see the 50, you can at least count it.
The like button, Jeff.
Yeah. So at least one to two watches are at least from Sarah sharing it, because the first thing Sarah told me was she's gonna share it because it made her tear up a little bit. So
awesome, man. That's great.
Yeah, like. And then pretty much me and Jim have something in the works together that we want to actually, like we were talking about before we went on air, that we want to especially, for Sarah, that Jim would want to explain some more, depending on if you want to or not. No. But no, we're not going to do it. But not yet. But whenever Jim gets to it, for sure, we'll let you guys see it and we'll let you guys know. But we will, It's a little bit of a nice gesture, but
Thank you.
we're not. Yeah. So, but honestly, like if you can see you remember that base of Conan that I had her and mom sign. I could have got Brittany to sign it, but I forgot. But I didn't really forget. I really wasn't thinking about it at the time, and then I didn't think Brittany was there at the time. You remember because we didn't see her, so I'm like, eh. And then we saw her walk down. The funniest thing about that last picture that we both took, Jim goes before we were driving there. Go, oh yeah, it'd be kind of cool to just get a picture with Sarah. You remember? Yeah. Oh, is she? First thing you asked me is she gonna have time to sign stuff, or is she gonna want to sign stuff? You remember? You asked me that, and then when I saw her, I walked up to her. I go, hey Sarah, we got a couple things for you to sign. Oh yeah. You got a marker? Yeah. For now on, I'm buying freaking Sharpies, all kinds of colors. I'm leaving them in the car, man, because I learned my lesson that time. Now you even have to put Sharpies in the silver bullet just in case. You learned that from me. I'm like, oh crap.
Yep.
Yeah,
You
because
never know.
yeah, it was freaking hilarious because if you didn't know, Jim actually got Sarah's Red Sonja cover. So and then Sarah had asked if Jim had told her, oh, can you personalize it and say to Jim or whatever. It was freaking funny because she does that, and then I go, oh hey, I got a couple other things. And then I go because I told her that the last time when I got something signed, and I said, oh yeah, did this variant's going to Germany, going to our friend BV. And she, dude, you remember? Yeah, Austria. You remember? She couldn't stop praising VV. You remember? I brought him up, and I go, oh yeah, he's too, because he saw a picture of me, taking a picture at the front of Frazetta Museum, and I go, oh yeah, for the Thurston says hi, da 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 da. And you remember her walking away and telling mom, oh, because mom overheard us talking about him. You go, oh yeah, who's Thurston? Da, da, da. Oh, that's the one that introduced us to. You remember? You heard Arnold. That's the one that introduced us to Arnold. And then it was, dude, it was great, man. Honestly, I still can't get over it. Dude, I think, like I said, I think this is the best thing of the year, or of my life in general. Like I would never, I would never forget it. You know what I mean? It's like, and having you there with me, dude, made it freaking 110% way better, dude. I'm honestly glad I invited you. I mean, don't get me wrong. I could have invited Puff. I could have invited Steve. I could have invited any of them, but I don't think they would have stayed as long as we did. You know what I mean?
I will say, like I said again, I might have said it earlier, but
yeah,
since we've been there,
yeah,
I've been inspired.
Yeah, me too.
I've been getting myself engulfed back in art because I stepped away. I've been away from art for quite a while.
Hey, you remember the guy and the guy and the lady that came from LA? You remember me and you were just sitting there and they asked what we did. You remember? I said, oh yeah, I'm a YouTuber, and I go, Jim's a YouTuber too, but he's an artist too. You remember? I kept poking you, and I go, hey, show me your art. Show me your art.
Yeah, they were the ones that run those two people. I can't remember his name, but he runs the
art contest that Frank used to judge all the time. I can't remember the name.
Something Writers of let me see if I can think of it, if I have it written down.
Yeah.
Writers of the Future.
Yeah.
And they have a yearly contest. I think he said they have it 4 times a year quarterly.
Yeah.
And it's for writers, and it's for amateurs only.
Amateur artists and writers, pretty much.
And writers. The writers will send in their work. They'll
artists too.
You pick out their favorites, they'll display them. And so then they'll pick out their favorites, display them, and then they'll select a winner. And
you remember they look at art all the time. They look at art all the time. And then I told Jim, I go, you remember? I told you, I go, show them your art, because I go, you're good. And then you remember the lady and the guy said you were amazing. Even Sarah said you so Sarah too, and Sarah said the same thing. I go. And then Sarah, and you remember Sarah told you she understands the way what you go because I go, yeah, I tell him that all the time. Da, 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 da. Oh, yeah, but and then I overheard her go, yeah, I understand. You remember telling you, I
What,
understand.
like the artist? What's the word she said? The
Yeah.
artist, something.
Interpretation. That's what she said. The
Yeah,
artist is the interpretation. Is always the artist thinks it's not, not as good as she, they think it is. It's
right.
freaking hilarious because, but like I said, dude, all three of them were really down to earth. You know what I mean? All three, every single one of them were down there. Everybody there was like really nice, really down to earth. All kinds of stuff. But the freaking fun, like I said, the funniest one was when we were driving there. All you said was you wanted a picture with one person, with Sarah, and that was it. And you remember, I walk up to Sarah. I go, Sarah, before I leave, I want a picture with you. But I want a picture with mom and sister too. And you remember what she told me?
If
It
you
says you
want
want
them, you got to better go get them because I ain't rounding them up.
to. Yeah. I go, okay, I got you. And then I go, run. You
Jeff
saw.
runs out in the back. Next thing
Yeah.
I know, they come walking up. Both of them come walking up, and
Yeah.
the rest is history.
Yeah. And that picture is pretty much history now, man, because it was like, if you, what's up, Simply? What's up, Daryl? We're just talking about our little adventure to, Boca. But I always
Boca
get the
Grande.
Boca Grande. I either say that or either say the other one. Dude, it just made you laugh the whole time driving there. I go, oh yeah, you kept correcting me too. You remember? Dude, I didn't know that was part of Sarasota. I thought it was like a completely different part of Florida in general. I didn't know that was part of Sarasota. Because if you look at it, it's pretty much part of Sarasota.
Is it really? I
Yeah.
thought it was further south than Sarah.
No, it's considered. I guess it's considered Sarasota. I guess
Really?
the way they have it sit. I
Yeah.
guess yeah. I guess it's considered like if you have the zip code. I guess it's because honestly, dude, that area is beautiful. But you remember the old guy told us that they were down there before, like when they were down there with Frank in the 80s. It was only what was it? It was only 10 guys and two women or something like that down there.
Oh, yeah. The old guy said he went to art school or whatever, art class or
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
yeah, and it was 10 women and 2 guys.
Yeah.
The sculptor guy.
Yeah, that's what it was.
But yeah,
I'm like,
I want to say I want to say I thought they said when Frank bought the house
mm.
that there was only like 10 people on the island that lived on the island.
That's what I thought he said. Yeah, that's what I remember. Only 10 people lived on the island, and it wasn't big at the time. It wasn't. It was just Frank. I mean, pretty much it was just Frank and 10 other people. So, and Frank really like what Sarah and Holly were saying. Frank really loved really loved Florida. Pretty much, really loved that Boca Grande area. That was
love, man. It's beautiful down there.
yeah, dude. It's nice. It's gorgeous, man. And like pretty much you saw them walk from upstairs. Pretty much there's two parts of the house. So there's upstairs part for I guess living quarters, and then downstairs
for the gallery.
for the gallery, pretty much. So it's pretty much upstairs is pretty much the personal space. So downstairs is pretty much an art museum in general, and then everything But it was freaking amazing. Just seeing his art up close, how close we could get to it was freaking amazing. Like they didn't have no barriers to say, hey, can't get this close. Da da da. Dude, I can't get freaking Steve dropped a couple of them.
And another fun fact that they mentioned is that the house and where the gallery is that's where Frank passed away. He was
upstairs. He was actually upstairs, and then even Sarah says Frank's probably around. You remember Frank's probably around.
And Frank loved eating candy, and I remember Holly said that, or Sarah saying that Holly keeps the bowl of candy.
That he still had. That he had from when he passed. It's still upstairs. I remember. Yeah, I remember her saying that too. That's why there was but that explains why there was so much candy all over the place. Dude,
yeah, they had little candy dishes throughout the gallery,
whole gallery, out front, out back. You remember either Holly or Brittany had asked for a mint. You remember? You remember one of
mints? Yeah.
Yeah, we were sitting in front. I go, Holly, we got junior mints or something. She go, not those mints, no, not those mints, or something. So she ends up walking off. Dude, like I said, it was great. Just, dude, and we missed Frank. Like, how dude, it kind of makes me laugh that we missed Frank Cho 3 days. Dude, was it? No, almost a week, dude, because he came on a Wednesday this week. So yeah, we missed him about we missed him by 5 days, dude. But still, we wouldn't have got the experience that on the 4th if we didn't go on the 4th. You know, if dude, honestly, that experience, I would never forget it. I know you won't, but honestly, like I said, that was great. I mean, I'm never gonna forget it, and I'm gonna keep on thanking her. I don't care if they get tired of it, but like, like I said,
yeah,
dude, I can't,
to be included, was that to be included for an event like that?
Yeah, made me special. I made Jim special, man. It's like,
yeah, and to be there and see the things that the public hasn't seen yet.
Yeah.
And it'd probably be a little while before they do release it to the public.
Yep.
But to see it, it was like, wow.
Yeah. And made us almost tear like made a lot of us tear up in there. Yeah, made a lot of people tear up in there, and that was interesting. Honestly, we got to see a lot of cool things that a lot of people don't know about just yet. But it's like I said, like pretty much like the Death Dealer comic. Me and Vivi kind of knew about it already previously, but we didn't know we didn't think it was a comic. We thought it was something else. We did, because she had told us. If you watch the VV interview, Vivi brought it up, and she goes, something's coming, you know what I mean, but didn't tell us what it was. But honestly, guys, I'm excited for this Death Dealer comic coming for them. Too, yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited because she says there's a lot there. Well, we know there's a lot more stuff down the pipeline. Me and you know there's a lot more stuff down the pipeline for sure. It's just we can't say nothing, or we're gonna get a cease and desist letter from Frazetta girls.
No, but I do want to know. That's why I wish she was here, because I'd like to have more information on the Death Dealer comic.
Well, I mean, whenever if I do end up getting her for the interview next week, so I'm still in the talks with her. But if I get her either next week, but I'm shooting towards like her time might free up in April, since my birthday's on a Wednesday on April, and I got a couple of days off of work. I might actually ask her, hey. My little thing is I want to just an interview with you on my birth, so something, like maybe if we plan it out or something, and I can get you involved somehow, or whatever, but it'd be kind of cool. I mean, honestly, it'd be kind of neat to find out more information about it, and then it's releasing in March, so
so
that's
the book will be out by then.
Yeah, so the book will be out by then. If you're gonna read it, I would really recommend you guys read it with Molly Hatchet playing in the background. Because that's what I had. Yeah, that's what I had done.
Is it going to be like a 6-issue miniseries? Is it going to be a trade paperback, or is it going to be?
No,
ongoing?
I think it's going to be ongoing. I think it's a miniseries or something like that. I think Sarah had mentioned that the
company is like, I've never heard of the publishing company.
I've seen it. I think it's
so I know. No shop around me is going to carry that. I doubt.
Well, if you can't get it there, you can probably get it off Frazetta Girls, if anything. And Sarah's probably gonna watch this on a rewind, so I'm just gonna say, hey Sarah, and thank you for the, thank you Sarah, thank you Holly, and like I said, I'm gonna keep on doing it, guys, until you guys get all tired. You know what I mean? We love you guys, and thank you for inviting us to the event. Yeah, and then we'll do, like I said, I thought about this live stream since the night I got back. I just didn't know when you know what I mean. Honestly, if I had that Wednesday off, I would have done it Wednesday. But dude, you would have laughed at me for sure when I came home. And Sarah's probably gonna get a good laugh out of this. I'll tell you guys the story. Well, I was gonna post the picture with us and them on it. I'm in the middle of posting it. Jim, I fall asleep with the damn phone at my hand, and I'm still. I haven't even put post yet. I'm still typing words, and all you see is, dude. If you had a camera on me, dude, I'm dead asleep, but the damn phone's still in my hand. Still trying to post that. You would have laughed. You would have went, what the hell is Jeff doing? Or is Jeff awake? I'm like this.
Be like that guy in what movie was it? What movie was it? National Lampoons, when he went to Vegas and
yeah.
he died with the winning lottery ticket in his hand.
Yeah. But it was freaking hell because it's freaking fun. I didn't think I was that tired. I go, oh yeah, I'll post it before I fall asleep. Dude, do never get comfortable. That's not the first time some stuff like that's happened. I fell asleep with a bowl of cereal in my hand and almost spilled the damn milk out of the damn bowl. The one other time, that's why I don't read the floppies anymore in bed. Because I fell asleep with a floppy book and it fell on my face and all the ink on my face. So that's why I don't read floppies in bed no more, or trades. Because I'm scared it might happen again. But yeah, because a lot, like I said, you would have laughed because I'm posting it, and then Sarah might get a good laugh out of it. I'm in the middle of posting this thing, and I'm like, huh? And then I didn't even know I fell asleep. I woke up, I'm like, huh? And then I look, I'm like, oh, I didn't even get done posting this thing. It's still a, you know how you're in the middle of posting it, and it's on that screen. It was on that screen the whole time. I'm like, oh, I didn't post it yet.
Just hit send already.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Dude, it was freaking hilarious. Like I said, it was, dude, the ride back, we were on the high just talking about the event the whole time. I'm like, yeah, we were just talking about, like, damn, oh man, The food wasn't bad either from the food truck.
Food was good. And we left around about 10 after 7, I think.
Yeah.
And that place was a ghost town.
Yeah.
All the businesses, all the restaurants.
Yeah, were shut down.
Was shut down. Everybody done left.
Yeah.
Seemed like if you didn't have a place to sleep there, you were off the island.
Yeah, and you were pretty much sleeping in the car if that was the case. And you remember before we left,
7:00 on a Friday night, and there ain't nobody around.
Yeah, and you remember what Holly said before we left. You remember Holly goes, "Be careful, there's cops out now." Yeah, they like catching speeders. Yeah, it was freaking dude.
That was good, man.
Yeah, honestly, it was good. We were part of the like we were saying, we were like part of the family. Dude, I can't wait to do it again. Honestly, if we ever get a chance to do it again, I can't wait to do it again. And like I said, Sarah might get tired of it, but thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Brittany, and thank you. You know what I mean? We love you guys, and we hope to see you guys again. Yep. And then since me and Jim is bringing up this picture, if you guys haven't seen it on Instagrams yet, I'm gonna share it again for one last time. So
you've seen that coming.
Yeah. If you guys didn't see that coming, you guys don't know me, or you guys don't know me in general. Dude, I'm too excited, man. And honestly, it was like, it wasn't it was a thought. It was a thought in my head. You know what I mean? It wasn't even. You actually gave me the idea. You actually gave me the idea.
Share real quick. Let me share this real quick.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice.
Death Dealer #2.
Yeah, next time, if we see them, if you see Sarah next time, you could have Sarah and Holly sign it next time if we do end up seeing them again. You can bring it with you.
Man. That's
amazing.
Just got that recently.
Yeah, you could bring it with you and you get them to sign it. If you guys did. Yeah. Oh, right here.
Get the big screen off me already.
Yeah, hold on. Give me a second. I forgot it was on you. Let me hit the aha. Yeah. So you guys can see the screen here. So this is the picture where me and Jim were talking about, where we had all three of them. Honestly, it's rare. Like I said, I didn't even know that at the time. I just thought it was cool to have, both granddaughters and daughter in the picture. That's all I was thinking. Honestly, I wasn't thinking nothing else. It would be a cool picture. And then come to find out, come home, I was curious.
I was wearing black, so we're all
black. Yeah, you all matched, but I was curious at the time. when I got back to the house, I'm like, I'm curious. I put the name in. I put the 3 names in. And I'm like, huh, that's interesting. I go, it's either Brittany. Well, if Sarah and them didn't know this fact, it's a fun fact that you guys probably didn't even notice. But I was just curious. You know what I mean? It was just curiosity got me pretty much at the time when I got home. Yeah. I'm curious. I'm curious, and then I looked it up, and I'm like, huh, that's interesting. It's either Brittany and one, Brittany and mom, or it's either Sarah and mom, and there's only one picture of them 3. It's just them 3 in a picture, but it's rare to see them and a fan or a friend or whatever it is, all 3 of them together. So it's rare, you know what I mean? So that I feel privileged to have a picture like that. So I may actually print it the next time and have all 3 of them sign it. What do you think?
Go for it.
Yeah, that's a good yeah. So that'd be kind of cool because honestly, I'm just like Jim said, man. I'm just still on cloud 9. I'm just a fan. I'm just a fan. How nice Sarah is. I'm just a fan in general. I'm always gonna support Sarah, and I'm always gonna support anything these guys do because they're so nice. You know, dude, they're mind blowing. They're mind blowingly nice to anybody that wants to learn about Frazetta in general. But I'm just mind blown how sweet she is. How sweet all 3 of them are. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then no matter what, I'm gonna. You know what I mean? I will always support them 3. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And whatever their endeavors are, you know what I mean? Whatever, if it's art, if it's movies, whatever it is, I would, you know what I mean? That's me. And I know Jim would be the same thing. And then pretty much if Sarah doesn't know that now, she's pretty much part of the comic book community family in general. So, well, pretty much Sarah, welcome to the family because you'll have many, you know what I mean? All of us are pretty much like a little community here, so we're all friends with each other. We're all I don't even say friends. We're all brothers and sisters that like the same thing, and we pretty much all think pretty much similar. We have similar ideas, pretty much. It's just like I said, yeah. This community is always gonna support. This is coming from me, but this community will always support anything of Frazetta does, any of the Frazetta girl do. Or my community will, and I know Jim's community will. That whatever you guys end up doing, that we will always support you guys. So that's coming from us personally. So, all right, guys, it's been an hour just us bull crapping around. Was hoping Sarah would make an appearance, guys. I baited you guys kind of, but I knew. She's been busy with the museum, so it's understandable. I mean, guys, who wouldn't want to come see that art? You know what I mean? Being honest, everybody and their mom's gonna want to come and see this art.
It'll change your life because when you're so used to seeing these pictures in books,
in books,
the internet, and to be standing in front of it,
it's way different, dude. I didn't know that creepy cover was that complicated. It was on Masonite, and I didn't know the story behind that thing. Now, since I know the story behind it, you know what I mean? I can have it in my collection, and I actually have the story. I write the story on the board, and I actually know the story, but and I actually heard it from somebody, that's a relative of Frank. Or I heard it from Frank's daughter in general. I heard it from Frank's granddaughters and Frank's daughter in general. The stories about everything.
Like, now after going through that, now I almost made it my mission to try to get those covers.
Yeah, me too.
That Frank did that we seen in person. So now it's I'm on the mission to try to find the published work of the things that we got to see.
Yeah,
like that creepy, was it 13 or 14?
15, I think. 15 or 17. Yeah. But if I find a copy tomorrow at that con, if I find one and I find another, like if I find 2 copies, trust me, you're getting the second copy because we both seen it in person. Yeah, and then guess what's gonna happen the next time we see Sarah? You probably already know. I probably have her sign that one too. But it's still gonna be cool, man. Honestly, it's still cool to own it. You know what I mean? Just to own that piece of work that he done, and then we know what he did. But guys, thanks for watching us for bullshit around for an hour talking about stuff in general. So we appreciate you guys watching us, watching two guys talking about the Frazetta girls and the Frazetta Art Gallery Museum. So we appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, Sarah. Appreciate Holly. Appreciate Brittany. Love you guys. We'll see you guys next time, and be sure to keep a lookout. You never know what's coming up with me or Jim's channel, so keep a lookout, guys. I'll see you guys later.